There is a moment many people experience late at night when the noise finally fades and the world grows quiet. The screens go dark, the messages stop arriving, and for a brief second, there is nothing demanding your attention. In that silence, a question sometimes rises on its own. Why does life feel so rushed, yet so thin at the same time? You may be productive, responsible, and outwardly successful, yet inwardly tired in a way that sleep alone does not fix. That feeling is not a personal flaw. It is a natural response to living at a pace that constantly asks more than it gives back. One of the most fundamental reasons to live a slow and simple life is biological. Your nervous system was never designed for constant urgency. For most of human history, stress came in waves, not floods. A danger appeared, the body reacted, and then the system returned to balance. Today, the threats are abstract but relentless. Emails, notifications, expectations, comparisons, and news cycles keep the body alert even when there is no immediate danger. Neuroscience shows that chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated, which over time affects sleep, memory, immune function, and emotional regulation. Slowing down is not laziness or weakness. It is how the body returns to equilibrium. A simpler life sends a clear signal to the nervous system that it is allowed to rest. Another powerful reason is mental clarity. Modern life bombards the mind with choices and information. Every scroll, every notification, every decision pulls a small amount of attention away. Psychological research on cognitive load and decision fatigue shows that the brain has limited capacity for daily choices. When that capacity is depleted, people become more impulsive, more irritable, and less thoughtful. A simple life reduces the constant mental noise. Fewer inputs mean fewer unnecessary decisions. When the mind is not overloaded, thinking becomes sharper. Creativity has room to emerge. Focus becomes deeper and more satisfying. You stop feeling scattered and start feeling present. A slower life also transforms your experience of time. In a fast-paced world, time feels like something slipping through your fingers. There is always a sense of being late, behind, or unprepared. Meals are rushed. Conversations are interrupted. Even rest feels rushed, as if it must justify itself. Research on time perception shows that when attention is divided, time feels compressed and empty. When attention is focused, time feels fuller and more expansive. Slowness changes how time feels, not by adding more hours, but by allowing you to fully occupy the ones you already have. A simple day, lived with awareness, often feels richer than a busy week lived on autopilot. There is also an emotional reason to slow down that many people overlook. Speed numbs feeling. When experiences pile up without time to process them, emotions flatten or become overwhelming. You may feel constantly stimulated, yet strangely disconnected. A slow life allows emotional digestion. Joy is felt more deeply. Sadness is acknowledged instead of suppressed. Studies on emotional regulation show that reflection and calm environments improve psychological resilience. When life slows, emotions stop demanding attention through burnout or anxiety and start speaking quietly, honestly. Another reason to embrace simplicity is the search for meaning. Many people believe meaning will arrive once enough is accomplished, earned, or achieved. Yet decades of research on happiness and well-being consistently show that meaning is less about external success and more about engagement and presence. A slow life allows you to engage fully with fewer things. When attention is no longer divided, even ordinary actions take on weight. Making food, walking, working, listening, resting. Life stops being a race toward fulfillment and becomes fulfillment unfolding in small, ordinary moments. Simplicity also reshapes our relationship with material possessions. Consumer culture subtly teaches that accumulation leads to satisfaction. But behavioral economics shows that beyond basic comfort, additional possessions rarely increase happiness. Instead, they increase maintenance, worry, and distraction. Each item takes a little bit of attention to manage, store, protect, and think about. A simple life shifts the focus from acquiring more to appreciating enough. You begin to ask whether something truly adds value to your daily experience or simply adds noise. This shift often brings unexpected freedom, both mentally and financially. Another deeply human reason to slow down is connection. Meaningful relationships cannot be rushed. They require time without distraction and attention without an agenda. Studies in social psychology show that perceived presence matters more than frequency of interaction. When people feel truly listened to, trust grows. A slower life creates space for real conversations, shared silence, and moments that are not scheduled or optimized. When you are not constantly hurrying, people sense it, and when people feel seen, relationships naturally deepen. Slowness also protects your sense of identity. In a fast-moving world, it is easy to become defined by roles, productivity, and expectations. You move from task to task, obligation to obligation, slowly losing touch with what you actually care about. A simple life acts like a mirror. With fewer distractions, your inner voice becomes easier to hear. You start noticing which activities energize you and which quietly drain you. This awareness allows you to live more deliberately instead of by default. There is also wisdom and simplicity when it comes to hardship. Life inevitably brings loss, uncertainty, and difficulty. A life already overloaded leaves little room to cope. When challenges arise, there is no margin, no reserve of energy. A simpler life creates a buffer. Fewer commitments mean more resilience. When something goes wrong, you are not already exhausted. You can respond with steadiness rather than collapse. Perhaps the quietest but most profound reason to live slowly is freedom. When you need less stimulation, less approval, and less consumption, you are less controlled by external forces. You stop outsourcing your sense of worth to productivity, appearance, or comparison. You realize that contentment does not come from keeping up, but from being aligned with what truly matters to you. In the end, a slow and simple life is not about withdrawing from the world or rejecting ambition. It is about choosing depth over noise, presence over pressure, and enough over endless more. One day, you will not remember how fast life moved or how busy you were. You will remember moments, how it felt to walk without rushing, how it felt to truly listen, how it felt to wake up without dread. If this way of living resonates with you, if you are seeking calm, clarity, and meaning beyond speed, subscribe to the Simple Life channel. Here, we slow down together and remember what truly matters.